everyone, this is Inda from Miss Amber Crafts. Welcome to Saturday Inspirations Post. And I made this cute card just a few days ago, and I was thinking I wanted to send this to a good friend of mine. So I wanted to make a coordinated envelope that I can use to mail it with. So I created a personalized or customized envelope. It's so cute. It works really well with this card because it has this stamp in the front, and on the inside it has a liner that corresponds with the colors of the papers that I use on this card. So for this card and also on this envelope, I used the stamp from the greeting farm. This is Hatter Bean. Really lovely, one of my favorite stamps to work with. And to make this envelope, so we're going to focus on creating this envelope. This is an A2 an envelope sized for A2 cards. So what you need is 8 by 8 inch of paper, and for the liner you're gonna need 4 1/4 inch of paper or pattern paper. Okay, so you can use cardstock, pattern paper, whatever you like. And for this project we are going to use the envelope punch board. This is really popular at the moment. A lot of people have been using it, and I'm just going to show you that this is really useful, really easy to make envelopes with, and probably even, you know, a lot more projects. You can use it to create boxes, you know, a lot of things. So for today we're going to make the envelope for this card, okay, which is this. So let's get making, let's get started. Alright, so to start, what you need for the base or your envelope is an 8 by 8 inch piece of paper, and for the liner you would need a 4 1/4 inch of paper. This is one-sided, but that's okay because it's going to be a liner, so nobody's going to see the other side here. And also what you need is obviously your punch board. I've got mine here. This is from We Are Memory Keeper. And also to coordinate the design I need ink, glue, and also a stamp of your choice. Okay, for my stamp I'm going to use the Hatter Bean, the same as my card, and I've mounted it up on my Fiskars board here. Stamp press. Okay, now we're gonna start by making the envelope. This is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 envelope. If you see here on the punch board, if you're buying the We Are Memory Keepers, they don't have the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. They only have this 4 and, sorry about the glare, but hopefully you can see, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, 4 1/2 by 5, and 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. Now that's not really an A2 size. The A2 size that we normally do is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is the measurement that is not listed here for 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 8 by 8 inch of paper, and then you're going to line up the top left of your paper at 3 1/2. Okay, and then you're going to punch it and then score on this notch on the left side. Really, really easy. And then you don't need to measure anything else. You just need to line up the line that you have scored before to the left notch here. You can kind of see there's this little like a hand thing notch here. You're gonna line it up to the score line that you just made. No more measuring, just line it up and then punch, and then you score again. Okay, do the same thing again, line it up and score it. Okay, and then you're going to score, and the last one, line it up, punch it, and score. That's it. your envelope is done. Now we're going to make the liner. So for your liner, you're going to line up your 4 1/4 piece of cardstock or pattern paper. On the left side, 4 1/8. Okay, so 4 1/8 from the left side, and then you're going to punch it, and then you're going to flip it over. Okay, and then do it again. You're going to line it up at 4 1/8, and then you punch it. Now you have these two sides here, and I'm just going to round the top here, and you punch, and then you have the top piece of your envelope liner. See, it's really, really easy. I'm gonna set it aside, and this is where you're going to mat it. Oh, I need to round the top corner here. I'm just gonna round it up. Okay, perfect every time, and I love that. I don't need to round any other corners because it makes it easier for me to position where my top end is. Okay, so you're going to adhere this. As you can see, it's really perfect here, and then I'm just going to adhere it with my glue. Position it really on the center there and burnish it down. Okay, so that's really perfect, and you would notice that it's only up to here, but you'll see that it's not going to show because once you folded all of the edges of the parts here on your envelope, it's not going to show at all. Okay, so you might just leave it like that and you can glue it down, but what I like to do is to cut this little piece here so it's just a straight edge. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil or a pen. It's up to you, just a little tiny tick mark there to know where I'm cutting. And then you're just going to cut on that score, on that tick mark, like that. See, it looks much more finished. I love it. And then you're going to glue it down. So I'm just going to glue really close to the edge here. Same with the other side. Just going to glue this side here as well. Make sure you burnish everything really, really well. Okay. And then you just fold the top side. And you have your envelope. Okay, so that's your envelope. It's lined up perfectly and it's so coordinated. It's beautiful. Now, to make it more coordinated with my card, I'm going to stamp an image here, just monochromatic. Ink up my stamp here, and I'm using brown ink so that it's not too striking, because I just want it to be, you know, really light. Not really light, but just kind of blended with the paper. So craft cardstock with brown ink, they go together really well. Okay, so this is the front, and I'm just going to stamp it in the front here. Let me just position it on the bottom left side here, and I'm just going to stamp it. And there you go. You have your coordinated envelope. Thanks for watching.